One thing I have realized in life is this: the things we truly love are often the things we feel most responsible for. For example, this content creation work. I do not know how many views each podcast episode will get. Some episodes are loved by many people, but some episodes almost get no attention at all. Still, I am here. I still write. I still record. I still try to finish one episode after another. Not because someone forces me to do it, but because I truly love this work. And when you love something, you do not only show up when everything is easy. You also stay when things become difficult. Love makes us responsible for the things we value. I also see this very clearly in studying and in the relationships I truly value. This shows up in a simple way. If I really want to get into my dream university, I cannot only study when I feel inspired. There are days when I feel very tired, very bored, and I really want to rest. But I still have to sit at my desk, review old lessons, and work on the parts I am not good at yet. Not because I like pressure, but because I truly value that future, and friendship is the same. When I truly care about a friend, I do not only show up during happy times. I also need to learn how to listen, how to keep my promises, how to apologize when I am wrong, and how to talk clearly instead of staying silent and slowly becoming distant. If I did not really care, maybe the easiest thing would be to ignore it. But because that person is someone I value, I want to be more responsible for the way I behave in that relationship. And then I realized my relationship with myself is the same. Many people say that they love themselves, but they keep avoiding responsibility for their own life. They say they care about themselves, but they ignore their health, spend money without thinking, and keep delaying the things they know they should do. They want the benefits of self-love, but they do not want the responsibility that comes with it. But when I think about it, every kind of love comes with responsibility. If you love a friend, you try to be a better friend. If you love your family, you try to care for them. If you love a dream, you are willing to work for it. So why should the relationship with yourself be any different? Maybe real self-love is not only about being kind to yourself. Maybe it is also about being responsible for yourself. It is about caring enough about your future that you are willing to make difficult choices today. Because the person who will live with the results of today's choices is still you. Clearly, you are the only person who directly lives with the choices you make every day. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, you are the one who lives with the result of sleeping late, eating poorly, spending too much money, delaying important work, or letting emotions control your actions. Many of us still think self-love means pleasing every feeling we have. But true self-love is not only about doing what feels good right now. It is also about asking, will this choice help me or hurt me in the future? A person who truly loves themselves understands that every kind of love needs responsibility. And responsibility is what helps them build a better life over time. It is when they choose to sleep early instead of scrolling on their phone and filling their mind with unnecessary drama. It is when they say no to short-term pleasures to protect their health. It is when they save money for something meaningful in the future, instead of always buying things that only bring happiness for a few minutes. Real self-love is not about giving yourself everything you want right away. It is about caring enough about yourself to make choices that your future self will thank you for. And I think this is a very beautiful thing about self-love. Self-love can look different in each moment. Sometimes self-love means letting yourself rest. Sometimes it means saying no to people or things that hurt you. Sometimes it means speaking to yourself with kindness when you are tired. But deep inside, self-love is also about taking care of yourself, not only today, but also tomorrow. In a deeper way, self-love is also the highest form of self-discipline. Because you know you deserve better. You are willing to say no to things that are not good for you. You are willing to say no to short-term comfort, temporary happiness, and things that do not match the life you want to build. Sometimes what you want right now is good for you. When you are very tired, the best thing may be to stop, rest, and sleep earlier. But sometimes what you want right now is not good for your future. You want to stay up late, but your body needs sleep. You want to buy something because you feel sad, but your future self needs that money. You want to run away from a hard task, but your better self needs you to try. In these moments, self-love is not choosing the easiest thing. Self-love is choosing the better thing, even when it is harder. Because every good choice today is a gift to your future self. And people who learn to love themselves in this way slowly build a brighter life. They become healthier, calmer, stronger, and more confident. They do not need to accept everything just because it is easy. They know their worth, so they choose better habits, better relationships, and better dreams. It is like quietly saying, "I love myself, so I will not leave my future self alone." Self-love is not only about feeling good for a short time. It is about living in a way that one day, when you look back, you can smile and say, "Thank you for not giving up." I think there is one very important thing we need to make clear. Self-love does not mean always doing what we like. For example, some people end a relationship immediately whenever they feel unhappy. Some people think others are judging them whenever they receive feedback. Some people keep delaying important things because they think they need to prioritize their feelings first. But if we look more carefully, that may not really be self-love. Because self-love is not about avoiding everything that makes us uncomfortable. Sometimes self-love is daring to listen to the right feedback. It is daring to admit our mistakes when we hurt someone. It is daring to do difficult things that are necessary for our life. It is just like taking care of our health. No one likes exercising when they are tired. No one likes going to bed early when they still want to scroll on their phone. No one likes saving money when there are so many attractive things to buy right in front of them. But we still do those things, not because we hate ourselves, but on the contrary, because we care about ourselves enough to think about tomorrow. In fact, mature self-love is not always asking, "What makes me feel most comfortable right now?" It is learning to pause for a moment and ask, "What will be good for me in the long run?" And many times that answer is not the most comfortable thing, but it is the thing that helps our life become better over time. There is a very important moment in the journey of self-love. It is when you realize this. In the end, the person who must pull you out of the darkness is still you. It may sound sad, but actually it is a very powerful realization. Because when you keep waiting for someone to come and save you, you are still giving the power over your life to someone else. You wait for a lover to make you happy. You wait for a new job to give you motivation. You wait for your family to understand you better. You wait for one day when everything will naturally get better. But the truth is, no one can live your life for you. Other people can hold your hand. They can listen to you. They can encourage you, but they cannot wake up for you every morning. They cannot heal the wounds inside your heart for you. They cannot be disciplined for you. They cannot choose for you whether to keep moving forward today or keep giving up. And this is especially true in love. After an old relationship, maybe you were deeply hurt. Maybe you were betrayed, abandoned, ignored, or hurt in ways that only you can understand. Then one day, a new person walks into your life. They may truly love you. They may be gentle with you. They may want to stay by your side, but they are not responsible for paying the price for the pain that someone else caused. If you have not learned how to heal, you may accidentally put your old pain on the shoulders of the person in front of you. You may easily doubt them. You may easily get angry with them. You may need them to prove their love again and again. You may fear being abandoned even when they have never left. And then you tell yourself, it is because I was hurt before. But responsible self-love is having the courage to say to yourself, yes, I was hurt before, but I cannot use that pain to hurt someone who did not cause it. You have the right to need time. You have the right to need love. You have the right to need help. But you also need to remember this. No one can fully do your healing for you. Other people can walk with you, but you must be the one who takes the steps. Other people can turn on the light so you can see the way, but you must be the one who decides to leave that dark room. And the moment you decide not to abandon yourself anymore, that is the moment you begin to take back your strength. You are no longer only a person waiting to be saved. You become the person who is saving yourself step by step. This is also true with our emotions every day. Everyone has days when they feel tired, stressed, angry, and only want to explode or give up on everything. But maturity is when you understand this. Emotions can appear, but they do not have the right to control your whole life. Work can be stressful. Family may not understand you yet. Other people may hurt you. Life may not happen the way you want. But your reaction is still something you need to take responsibility for. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you walk through it. You can choose to stay silent for a few seconds before saying something that hurts someone else. You can choose to leave an argument before things go too far. You can choose to rest instead of throwing your anger at others. You can choose to calm down before making an important decision. That is not weakness. That is strength. True strength is not about being okay all the time. True strength is the ability to not let a bad day turn you into a bad person. And that is also when responsibility becomes a part of self-love. Loving yourself means you do not give up. It starts with simple things: cleaning your room, sleeping early, taking care of your body, and saying, "I'm sorry" when you are wrong. You do not need magic to change your life. Life changes when you make good choices every day. You become stronger when you stay calm instead of getting angry. You take control when you do things instead of complaining. True self-love is saving yourself, not waiting for someone else to help you. The past might hurt you, but it cannot decide your future. Your life does not change when things get easy. It changes the day you stop feeling sad about your pain and start taking control of your own life. There is a very clear way to understand responsibility for yourself. Think about your future self. You in 5 years, you in 10 years, you in 20 years. That person is not a stranger. That person is still you, just at another time. But in daily life, we often forget this. When you stay up late again and again, you think it is only one more night. When you spend money based on your emotions, you think you can deal with it next month. When you delay an important task, you think tomorrow is still okay. But the truth is, every choice today has someone who must receive the result. And that person is your future self. If today you ignore your health, your future self will have to live in a more tired body. If today you spend money without control, your future self will have to carry more financial pressure. If today you keep avoiding learning, changing, and growing, your future self may be stuck inside the limits that you refuse to overcome today. Every day, you are voting for the person you will become, through the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you spend money, the way you react, the way you work, the way you keep promises to yourself. So before each choice, try asking yourself this: is this choice helping my future become better? Or is it pushing the burden onto tomorrow's me? That question is very simple, but it can bring you back to awareness, because your future self cannot return to today and change the decision for you. That person can only receive the results of what you are choosing now. That is why we need to live more responsibly with ourselves, not to force ourselves to become perfect, but so that one day, when we look back, we can thank ourselves for not abandoning our own future. Mature self-love is like that. It is not only loving yourself in the present, It is also knowing how to protect yourself in the future. It is not only believing that you deserve happiness, it is also daring to take part in creating that happiness. No one can live your life for you. No one can build your future for you. But you have the right, the ability, and the responsibility to move yourself toward a better life, day by day. So maybe real self-love is not about choosing what feels easiest in this moment. Sometimes, it is choosing what will give your future self more peace, more freedom, and more strength. Don't call it self-love if it keeps you away from responsibility. Call it self-love when it helps you return to yourself with honesty, courage, and care. Because the life you truly want will not be built by avoidance. It will be built by the small, responsible choices you are brave enough to make today. If this message speaks to you, stay with us a little longer. At the end of this video, you can explore more healing and self-growth episodes in the Heal and Grow podcast playlist, and continue this journey of becoming the person you are meant to be.